Yeah, hi there, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for your online TOEFL course called the 7-Step System to Pass the TOEFL iBT. In order to reach a score of 26 points out of 30, you will need TOEFL iBT speaking practice, am I right? Even better, you will need a space online to post your independent and integrated speaking tests. A website called VoxyPop, you might have heard of it, allows users to create discussion groups in which they can post speaking responses and others can read and comment on those discussion threads. Consider this scenario. An ESL or TOEFL speaking specialist creates a discussion group in which users can post responses to TOEFL iBT independent and integrated speaking tasks. Then the next day, TOEFL iBT speaking specialists listen to and evaluate the speaking responses in terms of delivery, language use, and topic development. What are the benefits of this type of TOEFL iBT speaking practice? First of all, users need practice posting their speaking practice tests online because many TOEFL test takers, maybe even you, are uncomfortable using a microphone to record speaking tasks during the official TOEFL iBT exam. What does that uncomfort lead to? Mostly it leads to students recording monotone responses during the TOEFL iBT exam, after which TOEFL iBT human raters will give scores of 3.0 or lower. Had these students practiced recording responses online before the TOEFL exam, they would have done much better. Think about Rasa, who posted more than 469 responses to TOEFL speaking practice tests online before scoring 26 out of 30. Do you think it was by luck that he was able to do that? Of course not. Because he had posted almost 500 speaking practice tests online, Rasa became comfortable making adjustments in his word stress, sentence rhythm, intonation, thought groups, and blending to the point that he was able to score 4.0 and 3.0 on 2 and 4 of his iBT speaking tasks respectively during the actual TOEFL exam. Therefore, his raw score of 20 out of 24 points was then converted into a scaled range of 26 out of 30 points, which is exactly what he needed in order to complete his pharmacy requirements. Second of all, while users practice TOEFL iBT speaking, ideally they should get feedback from TOEFL iBT speaking specialists, and the more speaking practice tests that students post online, the more feedback they will get from TOEFL iBT speaking specialists who will help the students to identify problems that they are having with grammar and vocabulary usage. For example, if a student is using mostly basic grammar, and if the TOEFL iBT speaking specialist identifies that, then the student can be directed to study adjective, noun, or adverb clauses with the intent that the student can learn to vary his or her sentence structure. Or, if a TOEFL iBT speaking specialist may identify that a student is using mostly basic vocabulary, after which the speaking specialist can recommend specific vocabulary lessons that will improve his or her language use. The main point here is that a consistent routine of TOEFL iBT speaking practice will help students become more familiar with the problems they are having with their grammar vocabulary. And slowly but surely, these students will be able to reach their target score of 26 out of 30 on the speaking section of the TOEFL iBT exam. Third of all, the final benefit of practicing TOEFL iBT speaking is that students will improve their topic development. That is, they will improve their ability to coherently organize ideas and to support their generalizations with relevant supporting details. Once again, TOEFL iBT speaking is a process, and practice makes perfect. Therefore, as students post their speaking practice tests online, TOEFL iBT speaking specialists will become familiar with the organizational and developmental problems that they may be having. More specifically, the TOEFL iBT speaking specialist will recommend lessons to help students better organize and develop responses. Therefore, a combination of speaking practice and feedback will help students to fine-tune their TOEFL speaking. To sum up, it is no understatement to say that essential TOEFL iBT speaking practice on a consistent basis, especially in terms of posting and receiving feedback, will help students to reach their target scores on the speaking section of the exam. Alright, so if any of you guys have any ideas, you might have listened to my video and say, hey Michael, hey, I got a good idea on how students can improve their TOEFL speaking. Please post your comments below the video. Let other people know what you've done and how it has helped you improve your speaking and your fluency of English so that you got the desired score that you needed on the speaking section of the TOEFL iBT exam.